This is your News Source Evening Bulletin for today, Monday, the 17th day of December in the year 2018. Here's what we're tracking tonight. The Lands and Survey Commission, which is responsible for the leasing of state lands, has been facing several hurdles with persons being granted leases and not starting the projects that they acquired the lands to complete. Commissioner at the Lands and Survey Commission, Trevor Benz, said it is a practice that is becoming far too common and can no longer be tolerated. During his end-of-year press conference, he said over 60% of the leases are non-performing.
Over 60% of our leases are non-performing, and when we say non-performing, we mean leases that do not meet the conditions of the lease. Lessees collect, in many instances, we have people come in and making demands for land and producing really good business plans and so on to us and saying that, look, if you give us this lease today, we are ready to invest in it. And when you do give it to them, it sits inactive, nothing is done with it, and not only nothing is done with it, but they also don't pay their land rent.
Mr. Benz said he has seen too many cases of lands being leased and not being used. He said the commission would be left with no choice but to bring an end to the lease agreements and repossess the lands.
So we are left with no choice but to repossess some of those lands. It's taken us, it's causing us a lot of money to do the process of repossession, but also it's very tedious and time consuming. And so a number of people are coming to us to say, look, here's a plot of land that is unoccupied. Why can't I have it? But then someone is sitting with a lease and not occupying the land. And so this is part of the problem we face, which we are trying to address. And we are cautioning people who are now coming to us. A lot of folks are coming to say that we are ready. And we're saying to them, this is the same thing we heard from some of the people who have non-performing lease. So we caution you, unless you're quite ready for land, please don't come at this time. We are under pressure to deliver on the demands that we have, and we would prefer only to give to those people who are really ready.
He also noted that the commission is under pressure to deliver on demands for the lease of state lands, and it would prefer to deal with those persons who are really ready.
Informal subletting, a lot of people are taking the land and then they lease it out to other people without our consent, which is illegal. We find in a number of these cases happening, and wherever we find them, we are trying to intervene. That again is causing us a lot of problems. As we said over and over before, a lot of our work is paper-based. We are highly dependent on a file and a pen, and so this is also contributing to delays in the system, which we are working on through digitization.
The Lands Commissioner said moving into the new year, the Commission has several plans and programs that will be introduced to ensure more efficiency. More news coming up in just a moment.
Christmas big, plus size big, big things big, we gone big, yeah. It's GTT Christmas, Merry plus size Christmas, Christmas big, plus size big, big things big, we gone big, yeah. It's GTT Christmas, Merry plus size Christmas, yeah. We giving you, yeah. We giving you. It's GTT Christmas, Merry plus size Christmas, yeah. We giving you, yeah. We giving you. It's GTT Christmas, Merry plus size Christmas.
Ho, ho, ho! It's the GTT plus size Christmas. There's always more to love with GTT. Terms and conditions apply. See gtt.co.gy for details.
Saturday, 22nd December. New venue, Sports Hall Tarmac. One and move with the champ himself, Governor.
You chat too much, so you forget one and move. When me say you get one and move. Man crush, MCM, listen that, picking up me there.
New venue, Sports Hall Tarmac. Saturday, 22nd December. Set for Life Entertainment presents Governor live in concert. Sponsored by Fireside Grill and Chill, Extra Beer, Magic City, Wayne's Beverage Depot, and 94.1 Boom FM.
This Christmas, get a loan for your dream car with an extended repayment term. Spruce up your home with that renovation you always wanted and take advantage of low or no down payment. Get new appliances so you can cook up a storm. You'll get same-day approval. Plus, you can win a getaway to a destination of your choice. Visit RepublicGuyana.com today to find out how.
Republic Bank. We're the one
for you.
Welcome back. Turning now to the world of politics, the government called on the opposition to bring on the no-confidence motion. And opposition leader Bara Jagdeo today said that is exactly what his party will be doing this Friday, when the motion comes up for debate and a vote. Although the opposition is in the minority by 1 seat, Mr. Jagdeo said it is the government that appears to be in a panic mood over the no-confidence motion.
I recall Minister Amnali in her budget presentation saying that to bring it on, that they're ready for it and they will defeat it. So that's a feeling, at least the public feeling in APNU. Privately, I know different. Privately, they're in an immense state of panic. They are, and that panic state, the state of uncertainty, has caused them to resort to the old PNC way of doing things.
Jagdeo said the coalition government has become arrogant, especially with the way it is addressing criticism and concerns. He noted that that is one of the reasons behind the no-confidence motion. He also told reporters that he's aware of some plans to disrupt the assembly on Friday, but he intends to inform the speaker of those plans.
I know for sure, apart from the occasional threats to our MPs passed off in a jocular manner, so they can always claim that it was done in jest. But these threats are pregnant in the parliament, the atmosphere of parliament.
The no-confidence motion is set for this Friday. The government has said it is confident that the motion will be defeated. Let's tell you now that the body of a fisherman who was pitched overboard while working on a fishing vessel out in the Atlantic is still to be recovered, and it might never be recovered. Surveillance video recordings from the Pretty Pulsing Investments fishing boat show the fisherman losing control and being pitched overboard after sliding and being hit by part of a fishing equipment on the boat. He appears to have been wearing no safety gear at the time. The incident took place last Wednesday. The fisherman has been identified as Navishwar Karamdat, also known as Sharma, of Diamond Housing Scheme. He was part of a crew of 5 persons on the boat, including the captain. According to reports from the captain, while traversing the rough seas last Wednesday, he heard shouts of "man overboard." He said when he focused on the area around the boat, he noticed Sharma a bit off in the distance and immediately turned the vessel around to get to the man's aid. According to his statement, as they hurried to the man's rescue, he went underwater and never emerged again. They spent some time in the area looking for him before contacting their headquarters and being told to return to land. The fishing trip was in the first of its planned 3 weeks at sea. At the time of the incident, the vessel was already 100 miles out in the sea. In a statement, the police said the remaining crew members, which included a family member of the deceased, all give similar accounts of what transpired. The fishing vessel MV Snook 1, which is docked at a Pretty Pulsing wharf at Houston, has already been visited by the police. The opposition People's Progressive Party has expressed deep shock at the sudden passing of former Home Affairs Minister Ronald Gajraj, who died on Saturday after collapsing with a suspected heart attack. Gajraj served as Home Affairs Minister under the PPP from 1999 to 2005. He was later appointed High Commissioner to India and served in that post until the government changed in 2015. His appointment as High Commissioner by then-President Bara Jagdeo came after he was removed from the cabinet position of Home Affairs Minister. That removal came after the Jagdeo government came under widespread international pressure over Gajraj's alleged role and knowledge of a phantom death squad, which is believed to have been responsible for the killing of more than 400 persons. It is believed that the death squad was formed with the blessings of Gajraj as a response to a crime spree that had gripped the country at the time. The squad was reportedly formed to go after criminals, but many of its members allegedly also became involved in contract killings and hire for murder cases. In its statement remembering Ronald Gajraj, the PPP said he will be best remembered for the pivotal role he played as Home Affairs Minister in the fight against crime at a very challenging time of the nation's history. The party said he was also a very loyal and dedicated supporter of the PPP. And finally tonight, the Guyana Police Force has been stepping up its fight against crime with increased police presence in several communities. The police force is seeing some successes. A 38-year-old taxi driver who was identified as Ben Cumberbatch was busted with over 12 pounds of marijuana stashed in the spare wheel of his car last Thursday. He made his first court appearance this morning and was refused bail on the drug possession for the purpose of trafficking charge. In court, the accused pleaded not guilty to the charge. However, the police prosecutor explained that the man was stopped during a roadblock exercise in the Little Diamond area, and the search of his car revealed large parcels of marijuana. The prosecutor asked that no bail be granted based on the seriousness of the charge. The magistrate agreed and ordered that the man be held in custody until the 7th of January, when the matter will come up again. He has been remanded to prison. And that's your News Source Evening Bulletin for tonight. Gordon Mosley reporting.